Alright, we got everything fixed on the trailer we need fixed. Got that panel fixed. Got that pigtail on that one light fixed. And I realized someone had sticky fingers and borrowed my tire chains for my trailer. So now I have to get some of the new ones of those. And the other plus for today is our turbo is supposed to be here today. So we're waiting on UPS to show up and drop off the turbo. In the last video we talked about we're going to go over taxes. For you guys that are getting into this, or maybe it's your first year, you got two options. You can go itemized, or you can go on a per mile rate. We do per mile. We kind of tested the waters our first year, and I kept all my receipts for everything. And at the end of the year, we were going over, you know, if we depreciate the truck out and all the maintenance, all my fuel, all that stuff, and the per mile rate was going to be better for us on taxes. Every situation is going to be different for every person. Everybody's got different expenses, and I guess that'd be my recommendation. Is your first year in, keep all your receipts. And it takes a lot of organization to do that. It's the harder way of doing it, but at the end of the year it might benefit you. You never know. Once you go one route or the other, you can't change. I think you can change that up when you get, like, say you get a different truck. But you can, so if you want to go itemized, let's say you bought a $100,000 truck and you want to depreciate it out over 5 years, so every year on your taxes you get a write-off $20,000. At the end of year 5, you depreciated that truck out, it's worth nothing. So say year 6, you decide to sell that truck and get a new truck, and you sell that truck for $30,000, you have to claim that $30,000 as income because you have already depreciated it out, and, you know, according to the government, you said it was worth nothing, and then you sold it. But yeah, like with itemized, yeah, you can write off your air filters, your oil changes, tires, brakes, any kind of money you stick into that truck is a write-off. And then, like I said, the depreciation. On a per mile rate, that's all figured in. All the maintenance, all that stuff is all figured into the per mile rate. I believe for 2021, it's 56 cents a mile for the 2021 tax year. 2022, it has gone up to 58 cents, I believe. So next year, it'll go up 2 cents a mile. But so like on my trailer and stuff like that, that's obviously itemized. Yeah, we depreciate out over 5 years. That's how we do it. I know there's different options. I think you can go like 2, 3, and 5, I believe, something like that. I don't know, you'll have to ask your tax person, but yeah, there's different options on that too. If you plan on keeping your truck for, you know, until it's dead, you know, if it'll last 7, 8 years, you're probably gonna be better off doing a per mile rate, because then you get to write it off every year, all your miles. You don't get right off like personal miles, so you have to keep track of that unless it's strictly a work truck, which like our 1 ton is. So at the beginning of the year I write down the odometer, at the end of the year I write down the odometer and figure out the miles. But like our white truck, our 15, we use that one a lot for personal use too. So on that one I have a little log inside the truck that we write down, like if we're gonna go deliver one of our rental campers, or like right now Courtney's in Indiana grabbing another camper. We have a little log in there that we keep track of all the miles, so we know what was, you know, business use, personal use. So you can't write off personal use unless you're going to buy parts, and then you can turn it into a business trip. So there's always ways around that too. Yeah, it's really not that hard. So I think we just kind of overthought it our first year. We made it way more difficult than it needed to be, but it's really simple, honestly. And then you also get to write off per diem. So each night that you're not home, you get to write that off. I'm not sure what the rates are on that off the top of my head, but I want to say it's like $56 a night, something like that. So if you're sleeping in your truck and you bring your own food, you know, you come out money ahead every night that you're in the truck. So it all depends on what you spend. You gotta go splurge once in a while though. But yeah, I think that's kind of the gist on taxes. Obviously talk to your tax person, but per mileage rate, is pretty easy. There's not much thinking to it. So, but yeah, there's just kind of an idea, so that way you kind of know what you're getting yourself into a little bit if it's your first year. And yeah, with the new tax laws, if you decide to steal somebody's chains, you have to make sure you put that on your taxes. You have to claim that as income. So many people do that, huh? Well, the turbo came in. Good news. So now we're on our way to Jefferson, South Dakota. That's where the shop is that has the truck. We're gonna drop this turbo off, and then we gotta run over to Lawton, Iowa. My oldest son has a archery tournament today, so go as always. So hopefully, the plan is, I guess, is the truck all done by tomorrow. And tomorrow they're talking a blizzard, so if you're gonna be running across Iowa or Minnesota, you're gonna be having fun dealing with that. So hopefully he has that done tomorrow, and then Sunday we'll probably head back over and pick the truck up and hopefully be back on the road on Monday. That is the plan we have for now. We'll see how that goes. And we're driving the wife's car. I hate driving this thing. It's like a little car. It feels like a little go-kart. It's so tiny. It feels like I'm riding on the ground. I haven't been in this thing for probably 3 or 4 months. That's what's going on. We don't blow away in the blizzard. We're only talking, I shouldn't say all night. We keep bouncing around. I think the latest I heard was 7 inches up to 11 inches. They're talking 45-mile-an-hour winds with it. So that could make for a good time if it's light, fluffy stuff that starts blowing everywhere. Otherwise, we're going to have slippery roads too, because it is 51 degrees right now. The snow's supposed to move in around midnight, something like that. So the roads might have enough heat in them that it could turn really slick really fast. But we'll see you when we get there. And there she is, all in her powerless glory. Haha, new parts coming soon. Well, we're home. Archery's over with. Boys did really good. Got the youngest picked up from archery. Got the turbo dropped off. And hopefully the truck is done Saturday. Might go pick it up Saturday or pick it up Sunday. But hoping to be back on the road by Monday. We got the youngest son has his first wrestling meet on Monday, so I'm not sure if I'm going to take off Monday morning and miss that, or if I'm going to hang out and leave Monday night. I haven't really decided on that yet, but first off, let's just hope the truck's done and it's all fixed by the end of the week. So I was just kind of thinking a little bit too, along with the tax stuff we talked about, getting an LLC. Do you have to? No. Would I recommend it? Yes. What the LLC is going to do is, in the case of accident or anything, where there's a possibility of having a lawsuit, it's going to protect you, so they can't come after like your personal belongings. For instance, like your house or something like that. So with LLC, they can only go after basically what the LLC owns. But on the same token, you need to keep your personal and LLC separate, which I know we need to work on too. So when you lease on with a company to do RV transport, you're going to lease on under the LLC name, not your personal name. And like with Dynamic and Horizon, I believe Wave, stuff like that, they use EFS. So they're going to put your settlements on your EFS card. Then you transfer from your EFS card to your personal bank account or wherever you transfer your money to. But when you need to pay yourself, your LLC needs to pay you. You do not want to go, buying groceries or buy a new couch or, buy new appliances, stuff like that. You don't want to do that with your LLC account, because all that's doing is opening the door for like a lawsuit. They can start claiming, like, what is personal, what is LLC, because the LLC was purchasing this, this, and this. And so what I've been told is it just opens up a lot of loopholes, basically, in the case of like a lawsuit. So LLC is definitely the way to go, but you also got to keep everything separate. So the LLC, it's not hard to get at all. It is a little time consuming. I think it takes a month and a half. The EIN number I've always done myself. You just go on the IRS website and you can apply for that and you get it pretty quick. LLC wise, it's not hard. It's just kind of a pain in the butt in a sense. Just the waiting game, I guess. I use LegalZoom. I think it's $150, $175. It's been a while since I've done it. It wasn't that expensive, but realistically it's worth just going on their website, paying whatever it was for the LLC filing, and they do everything for you. They do your name search, business name search, all that stuff for you. And then when it's all done, you get a packet in the mail. My very first one I did, I got a packet, like a blue or a brown folder in the mail that had all my paperwork in it. The last one that we did, I didn't get that packet. They just email you everything, and then you got to print it all off. Not sure if that was because of COVID or if they just went to like a paperless system, but I would recommend the LegalZoom. Just Google it, and you can find their website. That is by far the easiest. It takes you half an hour to fill everything out on their website, and you're done, and you wait until you get an email or a packet in the mail. That would be my recommendation on doing it. Unless you want to save some money and do it yourself, but it's just kind of it's not like it's a hard process, it's just a drawn out process. So, but we are currently kind of checking on the weather. I'll put some screenshots in here of what the local weather's showing. If you're running through Iowa, I don't think you're going to be making it too far on Friday. Looks like it's going to be coming north to south, maybe hitting into part of Missouri and Illinois. So 80 and 90 for sure. Looks like they're not going to be the best routes to take. So assuming kind of plan on camping out in your trucks for a few days. At least today for sure. But it's kind of a short little video. Ain't got a whole lot to do now that everything's kind of broke down right now. Courtney's on her way back with her camper. She should be home by 11 o'clock tonight, so we'll see what the weather's doing tomorrow, and maybe we'll go drop that one off. It's only 18 miles from her house, so we will see what the weather does, I guess. Gotta love wintertime. But I think that's all we got for now, and we will see you in the next one.